I'll be playing your most rockin' music. Imagine that. Let's do it. Hello, hello, hello. I am Thomas Christ, and this is the show where I play your most rockin' music called You Rock. You didn't have to. You didn't have to do it, but I appreciate it anyway. Thank you all so much. Let's see who we got here in the chat. We got Gortium85. What's up? We got Collin Stanton. How are you doing? We've got Chris Peasy. We've got Joe. This is Joe Glenn. I know that it says Joe and Barry, but I know that's Joe on that account. Hello, Gary Hubbs is here. Hey, Cy Effin, one of my moderators on the channel. Good to see you here. And who else do we have? I lost my place. Oh, that's always good. We've got Jade Star. If you were just over watching Jade Star and you're here, welcome to the stream. Man, Jade's been digging up some amazing old apps that you wouldn't necessarily think about or might not have known about, so that's very cool. So we're glad to have Jade here with us. And we got Andy Dion. What is up, Andy? We got a premiere of a new song from Andy's band coming up in just a little bit, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that one. Chris Peasy is in the house. How are you? And let's see who else we've got here. Did I say hello to Gary Hubbs? I don't know if I did, but hello, Gary Hubbs. And Valerie Batt, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Let's see, who else do we have? Man, there's so many of you. It's great to see. Hey, Roque Avellaneda. Good to see you here as well. And we've got LithiumVandaL. Always good to see you, LithiumVandaL. And there's Barry Glenn. The other half of Joe and Barry. Good to see you here as well. Brad Example is here. Me, myself, and iPhônë. How are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. So we got a great show lined up for you. As usual, we're gonna be rocking it out and listening to some awesome music from some amazing people, a lot of whom are here in the chat and with us, which is awesome to see. Me, myself, and iPhônë is driving. Well, be safe. And we always encourage safety is something that is a thing that is encouraged on this show. You know, we like people to be safe. That's better than being unsafe, I would think. I don't know. Well, it's just me. But I think safety is a good thing sometimes. Sometimes you can throw caution to the wind, though. No, I don't know. Anyway, enough BS. Let's get to the fucking music. Why don't we? First off, we're going to start off with some Michael, a.k.a. Zland. We all love Michael, a.k.a. Zland, and we got a new one from him. This one's called Warranty, and let's get the lowdown on this track. By the way, if you want to send a track into the show, I'll say it right up front. bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. That's the way to do it. And you probably won't be on this show, but you'll be on the very next show, provided that your music is kosher, and most of the time it generally is. So we got the track of this song is title of the song is called Warranty, and this is what Michael says. He says, "Hi Tom, a mystical journey in a subterranean world, or something close to it." So, and it is a home studio recording, which is always cool. So let's check this on out, right? Let's see what we got here. This is Michael, a.k.a. Zland, kicking us off today, episode 37, if you can believe it, of You Rock, with the track Warranty. So that was Warranty by Michael, aka Zland. I thought that was a really cool track. I liked the imagery there with the whole train station. He even worked some of that into the end of the track there, which was cool. There was like a weird vibe that was going on with this song, that things like were a little off kilter, a little unsettling in a weird way. I think Michael took some risks there, taking some things and using a little bit of like dissonance and stuff in that track, which I thought really kind of made it stand out and made it interesting and cool to listen to. And also there was a great beat with it, really strong rhythm there, and really nice like drum programming and stuff happening in that track. Some good strong drum samples and great processing and production there. Colin Stanton says, digging the vibe, drums too, excellent. Joan Berry says, great track, Michael. Chris P. says, excellent training video. I see what you did there. I see what you did. And you know, the one thing that I can put a warranty on, there's not a lot of things that you can put a warranty on in life, but you can put a warranty on that Michael, aka Zland, is somebody that you should subscribe to, and somebody you should check out all his music, because it's all really cool and really good. So thank you very much for that submission, Michael, aka Zland. Once again, if you want to get your song on the show, I don't know why I was talking like that. If you want to get your song on the show, even better, you can do it by bit.ly/YouRockSubmit. There's a link in the description. I think Cy effing put one in there just a little bit ago, so it's not too hard to do, and you can do it, and you'll be considered for the next show, which is really exciting, super exciting. You'll be like, Barry says we'll be listening, but can't have a knife and fork in my hand. Well, that does make it hard to chat. Like the track, Michael, aka Zland. Hey, welcome Omni Collective Creativity. Good to see you here. He says, what I missed? Yeah, missed the track by Michael, aka Zland. But there's still a lot more show to go, because we just got started here. So, and hello, Wayak. the left side of my body is all fucked up, but I'm here. Well, I hope you get that. I hope you got that under control, taken care of. That sounds bad, but I'm glad you're here, though. So, all right. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, what is crazy? We got another track in from Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studio, and they've done a cover of Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. How exciting is that? That's super rad. So we're gonna see what they are gonna say here about that song, about this cover, and why they may have done this. So it's once again Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And this is what they say. Hi, Thomas. Recently, I was listening to Pete and Jade singing covers on their happy hour show, and I heard one of them singing a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. You got me inspired to put together a very different version of one of their classic songs. And, you know, we're all about that inspiration here. I think that's what's cool about, you know, I do my show on Friday and Pete and Jade do their shows on Saturday evening, and between all three of those shows you probably get some different inspiration to do some different things. And here we go. I used all GarageBand virtual instruments to do this. Like I said, it sounds different, but I think it came out pretty well. Love to know what you all think. Well, would love to hear it, so we're gonna make that happen. And let me just bring that in over here, and let's check this out. This is a cover of Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers by Ron and Jenny over at Wolfstone Studio. Let's kick it.
Scar tissue that I wish you saw, sarcastic, distant, know it all. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you, cause with the birds I share, with birds, I'll share this lonely view. Love lost in the bathroom stall, a southern girl with a scarlet drawl. I wave goodbye to Ma and Pa, 'cause with the birds I'll share. With the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And soft spoken with a broken jaw, step outside but not to brawl. And autumn sweet but call it fall, I'll make it to the moon if I have to crawl. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. Scar tissue that I wish you saw, sarcastic Mr. Know-it-all. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you, 'cause with the birds I'll share. With the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view. And with the birds I'll share this lonely view.
That was Ron and Jenny at Wolfstone Studio with their cover of the Red Hot Chili Peppers song Scar Tissue. I really dug that. I know a lot of people here also did. It had a much more chill, much more laid back, much more electronic rendition of that song than the original version. I liked, somebody said, it was Andy Dion that said, like the vocal phrasing by Ron, and I have to agree with that because I could understand the lyrics a lot better. And I have to confess that when I would hear this song on the radio, I thought they were saying something like the birds of shade or something. I could understand the correct lyrics with this, which was nice. It was a refreshing change to the original version. So, and yeah, cool video, as Russ said, as well as the song. And I think it was Jade that said, Ron and Jenny rock. That's plain and simple, they do. Thank you. Roque dug that one, and Folk Punk, and yeah, it's not Ron Jeremy. That's a different Ron. He's a little bit troubled, that guy, I think. But Gary said that was cool. Not a huge Red Hot Chili Pepper fan, and like this better. I'm with you, Gary Hubbs, and you know, pretty often I find myself siding with Gary Hubbs. I think we're brothers in metal a little bit, and so yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And Colin Stanton says, I'm amazed what so many of you do with GarageBand. Very impressive. Yeah. I had an experience this week using GarageBand because Pete Johns had an 8-bar challenge over on his Studio Live Today channel. And I, you know, in the spirit of the thing, I used GarageBand iOS, which I usually don't do. And one of the things that happened was I got optimizing performance 3 times for an 8-bar song. So yeah, I understand the frustration. I think like if you stick to the stock instruments and effects, you'll be okay. But I was using a bunch of third-party effects, and yeah, it says no. But I said, you're gonna do it and you're gonna like it. and I made it cooperate, but I did have to put up with some optimizing performance, and I was doing something with GarageBand last night, and it froze up, and I had to like restart the iPad. Anyway, so yeah. It's just a lot. You can do awesome things with GarageBand iOS. Don't get me wrong. Pete Johns and Jade and everybody is proof of that. But you do have to put up with a little bit of additional frustration. Thank you. There's Thomas Part. Welcome to the channel. Not seen you here before, but I'm glad that you are here, and certainly awesome to have you here with us. It's a short optimizing performance at 8 bars. Yeah, that's the good thing about it. It didn't take too long. So. All right. Well, thank you very much, Ron and Jenny, Wolfstone Studio. You got to get over there and check out what they're doing over at the Wolfstone Studio. I don't know if there's like an actual building that you can go into and it's like a Wolfstone Studio. So there's like a big banner at the front. I don't know if that's a thing. It's probably not. It'd be cool if it was. But they're doing some awesome stuff there, and you got to check them out because it's really fucking cool. All right. We're going to go to this. Always exciting to hear from this artist, and I'm so glad to see them back on the show again. Holy Ghost 66 with Burn. I like it already. So let's get the lowdown on this one. Holy Ghost 66, always doing some awesome music videos and some really cool kind of alternative grungy music. So we've got this track Burn. He says, hey Thomas and the U-Rock crew, this is the video for track number 4 from the Dark EP, something a little different just for fun. Well, we like different. We liked it. We love different. Different is the best thing, and I know it may be different, but I'm sure it's not going to be any less cool. So we are going to get this happening and check it out. This is Burn by Holy Ghost 66 here on You Rock.
all burn, we watch it burn. We watch it all, yeah, we watch it all burn. We watch it burn. We watch it all, yeah, we watch it all burn. We watch it burn. We watch it all, yeah, we watch it all burn.
Now put him down.
Take him off and then put him back down.
With crouching down.
Holy Ghost 66 with Burn. Man, that was epic. That was beyond epic. Beyond epic. Man, first of all, we need to start a fund for the poor victims, these little Fisher-Price people that were senselessly burned in this fire on the grill over at Holy Ghost 66 house. And, you know, they're very disfigured, and it's got to be very traumatic for all of their families. And, you know, it's just a real disaster that's happened there. We also need to think about Holy Ghost 66 grill that I don't know how he'll ever get the plastic off of that, but I don't envy him trying to scrape all that off. That's going to be fun. But the creativity in this video was off the charts. You didn't have to spend a lot of money to do this video. Like, if you had those Fisher-Price people, or if you got kids, you probably got thousands of those just laying around the house, right? And you got cardboard, and you've got crayon, markers and things, and you put this whole thing together, and you got a grill that, you don't mind getting a little bit of melted plastic on, and you got some little like wooden sticks and stuff, and you got a cool video. How awesome is that? That's called using your up here. Using your, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, did we get another one? Oh, wow. I think hopefully somebody got it. We got him. We got him. We had a little bit of naked whatever people come in and do their weird little thing that they do. And yeah. They wanted to see this awesome video. That's what happens. Even the bots know that they wanna see him. Yeah, Jade hasn't seen bots. Didn't we had some bots, I think, in one of your streams recently? It was either yours or Pete's, I can't remember. It was those naked whatever HD girls streaming, I don't know, whatever it is. But anyway, yeah, cheapen the lives of this little plastic people. I know, Collin, Stanton. But yeah, it had to be done for this great video. And then there's a great, awesome tune to go with it. It really rocked. It just brings back memories of these great songs of the 90s, alternative, Nirvana and Radiohead and stuff like that. Like Meat Puppets, things like that. Yeah, it's just like that whole vibe. It's a vibe, and it's alive and well in that song. It's got that whole like loud, soft thing that was so big in the 90s and done so well. It's the great dynamics and some really cool lyrics and burn fire. Fire, yes, fire, burn. So you make Beavis happy with that one, and yeah. It's really tremendous. So thank you, Holy Ghost 66. I don't know if you're not subscribed to Holy Ghost 66. I hate to say, but I question your decision making skills. You need to subscribe to Holy Ghost 66, and you need to do it like relatively soon, preferably like after this stream. And I do put all the links in the description, so you can go and find all these people. I put them in the chat too most of the time when I remember to do it. Hello, Folk and Blueser. Welcome to this stream. Good to have you here. And yeah, awesome stuff. Holy Ghost 66 fucking rocks. All right, we gotta have. So I didn't get anything in this week new from the Lillypillies, but we are gonna get some Lillypillies kind of, as well as some Weltenkinder, actually. So we'll get both, two for the price of one, because the Lillypillies did a remix of Weltenkinder's song Kadesha, and last week we heard LithiumVandaL's remix of this song, and now the Lillypillies have also jumped into the fray, and so let's find out about this remix, and let's see what Weltenkinder has to say about it. And I know that he's going to be interviewed on Jade Starr's show tomorrow. So you're going to want to like write that down on your calendar. Just like scribble a little note and on the 26th. For most of you, it'll be the 26th. Some of you, it'll be the 27th. And just say, but if you're in Eastern time zone, like 5 p.m. Eastern time, you got a date with Jade and Weltenkinder on the How to App on iOS show. That's going to be really cool. And find out a lot more about Weltenkinder and what the deal is, what's going on in his neck of the woods and all that. So this is what he says: the Lillypillies remix of my latest song and first release, Kadesha. He's not a man of many words. I think he will be tomorrow. I think he's saving it all up for tomorrow. So yeah, the Lillypillies. And I don't know if the Lillypillies have done a lot of remixes before, or if this is their first one. And also, this is a premiere. This is a world premiere, folks. You're seeing it right here. I think it'll be premiering on Weltenkinder's channel sometime in the near future. But for right now, you're only going to see it right here. So let's check this out. Kadesha, the Lillypillies remix, and Weltenkinder. Here we go.
The body juices runs down fresh. The light, it twitches in bright colors. Insect strides up and down. Beautiful long flesh. Lovely thing with rosy cheeks, I lead you to the torment sweet. Oh come, thou pale, tender, wet flower, let's drink thee from the holy grail indeed.
That was Weltenkinder, the Lillypillies remix of Weltenkinder's song Kadesha. And yeah, what a job they did on that. That was brilliant. They add their kind of more pop sensibility, I think, to it, and they did a really nice job. There were some cool arpeggios happening in there with the synths, and of course that great piano line, that little, kind of descending and then ascending piano line, really, really nice. Works well with that track, and works well with that. So it's really interesting hearing some different people do remixes of this track, because we heard LithiumVandaL's approach last week, and LithiumVandaL, he did the LithiumVandaL thing, which was like the really hard-hitting, modern, what would we say, like dark wave dance version. And then this was a little bit more, pop, I think, and a little more chill, a little more laid back, put emphasis in different places, and it was very interesting. And you can also go to Weltenkinder's channel. You could check out the one that I did, and that, of course, unsurprisingly, I went like old school industrial with it, and it's like, old school My Life with a Thrill Kill Cult and KMFDM and Ministry and stuff like that. So yeah, it's awesome to hear these different interpretations. Russ didn't think it fit the Lillypillies style. Well, I mean, I think it does in a way. I think it does in a way. I can hear it in there. It's obviously a very different kind of a song than what they normally do, but I can definitely hear there's just a pop kind of sensibility that they have. Great bass line, of course, too, and it just kind of is... to me, I can see how they would go that direction, how Manny would go that direction. So, awesome stuff. Folk and Blueser liked it. Barry Glenn said, great track, good job. Feisty Feather dug it. And Collin Stanton was digging that one as well. Yeah, I think it is. I could see where it comes from the Lillypillies, even though it's maybe not eminently, it's not immediately evident, but anyway, yeah, I like it. that's the point. It's great. Whether or not, yeah, it's an awesome remix, and yeah, On the Collective can hear it. He agrees with me. Yeah, well, you know what? I love when people, Russ said it surprised him, and I love when people surprise and do things in a different way. Sometimes that's fun. It's really exciting. So go and check out Weltenkinder's channel. My goodness, the guy, he's put out his first release on DistroKid, and I think that might be coming out. I don't know if I think it's already out. I'm a little confused on that. I think it is out, but this is his first release, this one single. But if you go over to his channel, he's got like, I don't know, it has to be over 100 videos and songs, and he could probably have like 2 or 3 albums already if he wanted to. So I'm sure we're going to get a lot more awesome releases from Weltenkinder. This is just like the first one, and it's always cool to see somebody finally getting their music out there, and it's exciting stuff. So, and once again, be sure to check that. Check out Jade Starr's channel. Go and subscribe, and then check out the interview that's happening tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever that translates to in your neck of the woods. So, thank you once again, Weltenkinder. Always good to have you on the show. All right, it is a very exciting time. I think we need a drum roll. It's a really long drum roll, because we are going to debut a brand new song right here on the show, and this is from our good friends over at Set 22, and they've done something really cool. And what they've done is they've done a cover of Hurt by 9 Inch Nails, which has been covered by the likes of Johnny Cash before and a few others, but they've done it in a way that is unique to their style, and I think it's really cool, and it's really different, and it's really unique. So let's get a little bit more information before we just dive into this thing and premiere it here on the channel. So this is what we've got. So they tell us of this cover of Hurt. Matt, the singer, brought this modern classic to the band. We started jamming on this song, and all of us brought our different ideas to it. No 6-foot-tall dogs were harmed or forced to drink beer during the making of this video. Rock on, set 22. So, and you'll see what they mean by that when you watch the video. So, for the first time ever in the history of the world, let's do this world premiere. This is the cover of Hurt by Set 22, cover of 9 Inch Nails. Here we go. And there it was, Set 22, world premiere of their cover of Hurt by 9 Inch Nails. So, yeah, that was a bit of a different take on the 9 Inch Nails classic. I certainly thought so. Man, they brought a totally different vibe to that song. But they did it in a really awesome way. I kind of like, I was sitting there listening to it this time. I heard it a little earlier today. But this time I was listening and I thought, I kind of know, like, if, like, The Offspring were to cover Hurt by 9 Inch Nails, I think it would sound a lot like this. I was hearing some Offspring in that one, and somebody else mentioned No Effects, and I think that's also there. It's like this, punk, ska kind of a thing going on. It's very cool. And it's very different. There was some great guitar soloing in there and a little kind of an extended jam session that was awesome. Love the dog in the video, the guy in the wolf dog costume. That was cool. He almost landed the drumstick twirl at the end. Just missed it a little bit there. It was close though. It was an awesome cover. It says Conspiracy Media Folk and Blues. It says original sounding punk with the authentic feel of the greats from the past and the freaking solo. Yeah, that's totally. And LithiumVandaL said I listened to, I think he's talking about No Effects. Listened to them back in the day, and I think the one guitar player or somebody in the band had a No Effects shirt on. Yeah, so Chris Peasy enjoyed that one. Wayak dug that, and Folk Punk dug it, and Andy Dion said, "Yeah, I think Matt the singer sound like Offspring a bit." Yeah, I think that it was the vocals. It was the vocals that triggered me to think that. I think, and then I noticed just like these cool little touches that they had. Like I didn't see this the first time, probably because I was watching it the first time on my phone, but I noticed that the one guitar player had. Maybe it was Andy, actually, now that I think of it. I had glasses on, and it said Hurt on it. It was scrolling on it. That was cool. So, yeah. Good guitar work. Yeah, totally. And they just have, like, this great vibe together. So much power in what they're doing. And so much tightness and togetherness. And that's really important with a band. They work well together, and like I'm telling you what, you get a live show together, play a bunch of these songs, man, you're gonna set the place on fire. It's gonna look like that Holy Ghost 66 video in the venue, because you're gonna torch that place. When you play songs like this, you play that Beastie Boys cover, you play the White Stripes cover, and you're gonna set the place ablaze. So thank you very much. It was awesome to be able to premiere that on the channel. So that was very cool. And if you're new here, by the way, if you dig the show, you should go and subscribe. First and foremost, go and subscribe to Set 22 and Andy Dion. But also, if you dig the show, you should also subscribe to the channel, so that because we do this every week on Wednesday, and it's a great time, and we play a lot of cool songs like that one, and like all the other songs that we play on the show today. So check it out. It's every Wednesday at 6 p.m., and it's a good time for everybody involved. So thank you once again, Set 22. Great stuff. All right, we have some Russ 8889 to play. I'm laughing because, yeah, well, we'll get to this. So Russ 8889 sent in a track, and so this is what he said about this one. It's just the title he gave was something different, and he said, "This is one of my favorite tracks, old but gold." And so then it was funny though, because I went to click on the link, and it didn't take me to a Russ 8889 song. It took me to another song by another artist, and this was what came up when I clicked the link, right? So this came up. This is my song, Trials and Error. Trials Trials and Errors is the song. It's actually not that old. It was from the Creator album last year. So I'm guessing Russ usually wants me to play my own music on the show, and since he did it in such a clever and creative way, I'm gonna oblige him. But there's a catch at the end, so I'm gonna play this track. I don't think I've ever played it on the show, so I'm gonna play this one. This is from my last album. This is Trials and Errors, and I know Russ really likes this song, so I am gonna go ahead and play this one. But then I got something special for you after that. So let's check this out. This is me. This is me as sent in by Russ 8889. Trials and Errors. Here we go. So there you go. That was me, Thomas Christ, and Trials and Errors as sent in by Russ. So thank Russ for that one. Thanks everybody for the great comments and support. I appreciate it. Chris Peasy says it's no apples for Apple. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Folk Punk. Thank you, Russ. There was so much in that video that I had forgotten about, and it's crazy. Like, I just do stuff and then it's gone from my mind after it's done. So it's weird. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Billiam. And I will say also this: if you like that song, you can hear it live. And because on Fridays I do a show where I play a lot of my music live, and I got one of those coming up this Friday, and that I put the link in the chat. So there you go. You can set up a bookmark reminder for that coming up on Friday, Thomas Christ Live, and I'll probably do that song. So I'm doing some new material because I tried to do a show with new material last week and I got laryngitis and it kind of fucked the show up a little bit. I did it, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. So come and check it out on Friday. Hopefully my voice will cooperate this week. I look a little younger. That's a little concerning because that was just that wasn't even a year ago. That was about 6 months ago. I think my hair was shorter then, so that might be why. So I said there was a catch to all this, and the catch is that since Russ picked a track of mine that he wanted played on the show, I went over to Russ's channel and I picked out a song of his that I really like. So you may not, some of you may know, many of you may know that Russ had a long and illustrious career producing electronic music way back, as far back as even the 1980s through the 1990s. And so there's I've heard this one on his channel before and really dug it. And so the actual artist name for this, I get a little fuzzy on some of the exact details of the history of this stuff. I know he was on a label called, I think, Dog Tracks, and so he did this song called Pipelines as under the name Fuel. There may have been a co-conspirator involved with this one, and Russ can tell us a little more about that. But let's so we're gonna check this one out. It's called Pipelines, and it's pretty cool actually. There's some. It says it's the Fuel versus Didgeridoo live mix. And so, like I said, some details about this I'm not completely sure about, but this is super cool. And you can see when you bring this in, this is like an actual record because it was actually released on record and CD and tape and stuff like that, which is really awesome. So let's check this one out. This is Pipelines by Fuel, featuring Russ 8889. That was Fuel, or Pipelines by... So I'm a little confused on the artist, actually, because it says that it's Fuel, but then in the video it said it's the Hard Hats. So is it Fuel or is it the Hard Hats? It looks like it might actually be the Hard Hats. I might have the artist wrong. Anyway, man, how cool is that? That's so awesome. And Jade said this is Russ's corroboree. So maybe that... I hope Russ did have some involvement in that track. I'm sure he did. He put it on his channel. Anyway, it's easy to get lost in that driving beat, says Folk and Blueser. I just love what happens with the... I just love what happens with the didgeridoo in this track. I never knew that the didgeridoo could be such a interesting kind of percussive instrument, and it just takes you on a crazy journey. And Russ said that, you know, the didgeridoo player in the studio was you know, under the influence of some things at the time, and you know, it's just a crazy, you know, it's almost hypnotizing in a weird way. And I listened to that a while back when I was first finding out about Russ and how he had these old songs that were released officially and stuff. And I listened to that song and I was like, this is awesome. This is just the greatest thing. So Folk Punk loves it. Gregory O'Sullivan. Chris Peasy says I can taste colors now. And Gortium says that was a journey. And Russ just says he wrote under many names. SCR was the record label. Okay, cool. And Boomer Bass Meme says made me want to party with a koala. And so how amazing is it? So Russ does this track like years and years ago, back in 1994. Fuel was an artist name. Okay. But so Russ does this track back in 1994, almost, what was it, like, I don't even, my math is bad, like, what is it, 30 years ago? And now he's here with us because of, he does this track with didgeridoo in it. And now he's here with us because of people like Pete Johns and Jade Starr, who are Australians. It's like a weird, it's like the circle kind of just comes all the way around. It's crazy. The Hard Hats was a sub name. Okay. So they on the collective with the facts there. It's 28 years ago. All right. So yeah, it's just awesome. So yeah, there's some little like gems on Russ's channel of like some of this old stuff that he did when he was doing this, like you know, the house music and stuff back in the 90s, and so there you go. How cool is that? Russ rules, says Andy Dion. Yeah, exactly. So I thought since Russ didn't officially send a track in, and he sent the song of mine in, I'd pick one of his, and I had to pick that one. I know it was a little on the longer side, but I had to go with that one because it's one of my favorites from the Russ archives. So thank you. I'm going to thank Russ. Thank you for making that song, Russ, and putting it on YouTube for us to enjoy, because it's really cool. All right, I think it's time to check out what the latest is from Pi.A. We know we've been rocking with Pi.A. for a few weeks, and she's back with a new one, E.G.O. E.G.O. So let's get her statement on this song, and I'll just bring that up here so we can see what she's got to say. So she says of E.G.O, she says, this song is about the false mirror image of people who really believe they do it right while realizing they choose the wrong lane to walk down. All right. So let's get this up. So kind of about like fake people sort of thing. So let's check this out. This is Pi.A. with the music video for the song E.G.O.
E-G-O-I-S-D-E-A-T-H D-E-A-T-H-A-N-D-P-A-I-N E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H D.E.A.T.H.A.N.D.P.A.I.N. I stand alone, but it doesn't bother me. All these years you have stolen from me. My youth is not a gift and version of my trust. Using the use of kindness and people things I do not regret. I am not ashamed. I do not regret. I am not ashamed. I sink into the depths of sorrow of the past, of the sorrow of the past, of the sorrow of the past. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H D.E.A.T.H.A.N.D.P.A.I.N. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H D.E.A.T.H.A.N.D.P.A.I.N. I stand alone, but it doesn't bother me. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H. All these years you have stolen from me. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H. My youth is not a gift and version of my trust. Using the use of kindness and fearful things I do not regret. I am not ashamed. I do not regret. I am not ashamed. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H D.E.A.T.H.A.N.D.P.A.I.N. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H D.E.A.T.H.A.N.D.P.A.I.N. E.G.O.I.S.D.E.A.T.H
That was P.A. Pronounce It Alternative with E.G.O. Now, I gotta say, the first thing that chorus was really cool. Spelling those words out like that. I can't even tell you, if I tried to do a song like that, how long I'd be in the studio trying to just get those words right. Getting all those letters exactly right. That's a talent in and of itself. I would struggle with that. So that was very cool. As Collin Stanton says, folk punk and Gregory love it. And me, myself, and iPhônë said, wouldn't it be Pi.A? Now, I think she had said that it's pronounced P.A. So that's what she told me. So I'm just going with what I was told. Pronounce It Alternative is the full name of it. So Russ liked it, and Boomer Bass Meme on the collective just subbed Pi.A, and I recommend you all go and check out what she's doing. What an infectious groove that had, and some really awesome like bass and synths, arpeggios. Always has like some really great synth stuff going on in her songs. But I think the real noteworthy thing about that, not only it was an awesome video too, but just that hook in that E.G.O.I.S.P.A.I.N. that would really trip me up trying to do that. I have much respect for doing that chorus. Boomer Bass Me, hello Boomer Bass Me, by the way. Yeah, Folk and Blueser dug it, and oh my goodness, the bots are just relentless tonight. I don't know what to do about that. Just keep blocking my guess. Excellent track, says Michael, aka Zland. Been bringing good tracks. Yeah, I mean she's been killing it. She's been killing it lately. So you got to check out P.A. Pronounce It Alternative, doing some really cool stuff. Hello, Manfredini, Retro Games. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm with Jade. Fuck these bots. Seriously. I got myself on some kind of a list or something. I don't know. Anyway, they'll wear themselves out eventually. So we're gonna check out this. So we've been really treated with King of Rockets, and we got a new one Here, the title of the song is Clumsy Man. I don't know why they wrote a song about me. I think it's weird. It's a little weird they wrote a song about me. Or I should say, I think it's just Joe. It's just one guy doing King of Rockets. I don't know why he wrote a song about me, but he did, apparently. Clumsy Man. So, he says, I wrote this song after saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Well, who can't relate to that? I know I can. Again, I think this song is about me. I can't help but think that I might relate to this one a little bit. You watch the show, you know that. So let's check this out. The Clumsy Man by King of Rockets. Here we go. That was King of Rockets with Clumsy Man. I'm glad that King of Rockets made my personal theme song so catchy. I'm gonna be singing that for the rest of the day, probably. By the way, hello, Rebel Rocker. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Sometimes I can be such a clumsy man. My wife might be singing that at me. She's gonna sing, sometimes you can be such a clumsy man. Awesome. So yeah, that was a workshop in funk music. Such a great groove to that. That bass was just pure sex. Awesome. And yeah, it's just a really funky song. I think people will forgive you for being a clumsy man if you write songs like that. I think they're gonna overlook all that. So awesome stuff. So yeah, folk punk is digging that one. Boomer bass meme, Collin, Stanton, everybody really likes that one, and as well they should. So great hooks, says folk punk, and Barry Glenn says like it, King of Rock, or King of Rockets. Well, they are the King of Rock. They're kings of rock. They're just rocking it and doing awesome stuff, and like that saxophone just oozes awesomeness. So yeah, you got to check out all of the stuff that King of Rockets is doing, because he's doing some great stuff. And yeah, wrote my personal theme song, so I'm gonna go back and listen to that one again, because I relate to that song in a lot of ways. So very cool. Thank you once again, King of Rockets. All right, we got some new LithiumVandaL to contend with here on the show, and this is a cover of Deathbeds by Bring Me the Horizon. I think that's the band. So let's see what the story is here from LithiumVandaL. What do we got here today? So, Deathbeds, he says, I'm not sure how many people are familiar with this band, but I always have loved this song, and I thought I'd try my hand on covering it. This does not have my signature style and sound. This is simply taking a week off from LithiumVandaL to relax for a minute. I like how relaxing is doing a cover song of a different style. That's great. That's my kind of relaxation. Although covering this song was no picnic and required a lot of work, it was nice to just chill out and let it develop. I hope the mix is okay. I was a little out of my element here. Something tells me that LithiumVandaL is going to blow our minds with this track. So here we go. This is LithiumVandaL, cover of Bring Me the Horizon's Deathbeds. Let's check it out.
heart will stay with you. That little kiss you stole, it held my heart and soul. Like a ghost in the silence, I disappear. Don't try to fight the storm, you'll tumble overboard. Tides will bring me back to you. 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 That little kiss you stole, it held my heart and soul. Like a deer in the headlight, I meet my fate. Don't try to fight the storm, you'll tumble overboard. Tides will bring me back to you. It held my heart and soul. Like a deer in the headlight, I meet my fate. Don't try to fight the storm, you'll tumble overboard. Tides will bring me back to you.
LithiumVandaL with a cover of Deathbeds by Bring Me the Horizon. Now, first of all, I'm going to say there was some suggestion in what LithiumVandaL wrote that there may be some issues with the mix because he's out of his element. There's no problem with that mix. That mix is perfect. Dude, you nailed it. You nailed it. That was awesome. Hello, Wolfstone Studio, by the way. Doug, you had a great track. We played that up at the beginning of the show. So, good cover of Red Hot Chili Peppers. We had some great covers. Here's another one by LithiumVandaL. Wayak said that was erotic. Gortium 85, top tier production. And yeah, Scapular, Feisty, Gregory, and Fulkin Blueser, and Joe Barry, and Collin Stanton. And hey, we got LithiumVandaL vocals. I didn't even address that. So yeah, did a fantastic job on that. There was just a lot of power, and I think it still had some LithiumVandaL vibes in there. Just that really focused and kind of like something is I don't know. I put my finger on exactly what it is. I think it's a lot of, there's some reverb and some really strong kick drums and a lot of great atmosphere, and it just it has a very kind of imposing sound, I think. But yeah, I now I'm not familiar with the original version at all. I thought maybe I'd recognize it, but I do not. Yeah, Wayak said, was there supposed to be something off with that track? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. And yeah. So Lithium thought the guitars sounded too muddy. I don't think so. I think they were right where they need to be. Man, we're just getting botted up tonight. They came to hear the LithiumVandaL, and trying to mix them in better. You did a fantastic job, dude. You should be very, very proud of that. And it is a little different from the standard, I don't know, standard, but the usual LithiumVandaL sound. And you did a great job with it, which just goes to show LithiumVandaL is a great producer, and he can do any style, and he can do it well. I don't know what you would call that. Like somebody said, like what genre? Chill wave. I'm just pulling that out of my ass, to be honest with you. It's ominous. Yeah, it is a little bit ominous, and yeah, bloody bots, exactly. So, but great stuff. You got to check out LithiumVandaL's channel. Usually he does a lot of, more like industrial and dark wave kind of music. So this is a little bit of a diversion, but you need a diversion, just alternative. Yeah, that could work. That covers a lot of bases that are hard to cover. I personally, I'm not a big fan of genre labels. I just think music is music, you know? The Collective says, I think it might be future bass, now that I think about it. It could well be. I just call it good music, and I call it a great job by LithiumVandaL. So thank you for sending that one in, man. We gotta keep kicking along, because we got a lot of awesome music to listen to here. And the next one that we've got is from Folk Punk. And Folk Punk sends us this song, Ride a White Horse, live at the Wisconsin, let me pronounce that correctly, the Wisconsin Gothic Barn Party. Who doesn't want to go to a Wisconsin Gothic Barn Party? You know, you have a Wisconsin Gothic Barn Party, and I'm there. It's harder to say. It's probably a lot easier to go to than it is to say it. So let's see about this. And that just sounds really cool. I want to go to a Gothic barn party. Sign me up for the Gothic barn. Is there anybody here who would not want to be in attendance for a Gothic barn party? I mean, like, yeah, that sounds insanely cool. So he says, on You Rock, you mentioned that we need more protest music with all that is going on today. All right. Well, folk punk has been a protest against the status quo since 1980. Ride a White Horse was one of the first songs I wrote when back in high school. Sadly, over 40 years later, the song is still relevant. Man, it's a familiar story. Because things, the more they change, the more they stay the same, unfortunately. This version is a live soundboard recording with a Neumann head mic on a 20-foot tall stand behind the audience in a barn from a few years ago. All right. Well, let's all take a trip to Wisconsin and go to the Wisconsin, I can't even say it, the Wisconsin Gothic Barn Party. I want to make a song just called that. That sounds like a cool song in and of itself. But this is Ride a White Horse live from the Wisconsin Gothic Barn Party. This is folk punk. Let's check it out.
you very much.
Ooh, man, that was folk punk, Ride a White Horse. I can tell you what, the Wisconsin Gothic Barn Party was rocking that day with that one. So, yeah, that was great. I think like the lyric, I love the lyrics, and you had some stuff, if I got it right, I think you had some stuff in there about like global warming. You had some stuff in there about nuclear proliferation. You had some stuff in there about like the church and intolerance, and I love all of that. I think it's fantastic, and yeah, it is still very, very relevant to our world today. Thank you, Folk Punk. Really appreciated that one. You got a cool video to go along with it, and it sounded like the folks at the Gothic Barn Party were really having a great time. So that's awesome. And how could you not? You're at a Gothic Barn Party. So I guess it was something about a parody of the that painting, the American Gothic. That's what I saw that there in the chat there from Folk Punk, and yeah, just really cool. So I would say like the lyrics in that song could fit in really well with the album that I'm working on right now. And I was just writing lyrics for it yesterday. I had a good day yesterday. I actually had a day off of work, and I was able to sit there for a few hours and just like write lyrics. And that was a great thing. So I got a bunch of lyrics, and I feel, and they were just, it was just flowing. Like the lyrics were just flowing there. And so that's always great. And I think the themes here would fit right in with what I was kind of working on there. So yeah, there's a hoot nanny going down at that there barn. We got goth folk punk. Yeah, and written in 1982, which ironically enough was the year of my birth. Which, by the way, there is a birthday coming up for me. And it's a big one, coming up in just next week, actually, June 2nd, if you can believe that. I'll be 40 freaking years old. Crazy stuff. I know. So, vocal sounded a little bit like HappyRon. Yeah, I could see that. There's gothic. There's absolutely gothic. I think barns, by their very nature, like the old kind of barns, have a gothic sensibility to them. In a beautifully restored barn. That's awesome. Yeah, we have like a barn here locally that people go to, and yeah, it was 40 years ago. That's why that's why I'll be 40 years old next week, which is just fucked. But anyway, you thought I was late 20s. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And yours is the 13th. Yeah, another June bug. There you go. All right. But yeah, not quite late 20s. A little beyond that. A little bit beyond that. But thank you. Yeah, I was the kind of person that, like, even into my like early 30s, I was getting carded buying cigarettes and stuff, with beer, and, you know, like there's no way that you're like over 18 or something. But I see what happened is my hair started to go gray. They don't card me anymore. Anyway, that was awesome. Thank you once again. Check out Folk Punk. He's got some great stuff happening, and just love it sounds like he lives a fun existence. Just really sounds like there's a lot of fun stuff happening in Folk Punk's world, and I admit that I'm a little envious of that. Anyway, we are going to now go to we haven't heard from Slick Tareo in a while. We got a song from Slick Tareo called Dreamcatcher, and let's see what we need to find out about this song from Slick Tareo. I know I saw Slick Tareo in the chat a little bit ago, so hopefully he's still around somewhere. So he sends us this song, Dreamcatcher. He says, "Hello, Thomas. Hope all is well. Thank you, and same to you. Here is a song I did approximately 1.5 years ago. I redid the vocals with harmony tracks as well as new bass track for a stronger recording. Not sure if I succeeded or not, since the original did get a trending in the rock and roll genre on BandLab. Wow. Nicely done. Not to toot my own horn, but somebody's got to do it. Hope I'm not too late to make the show. No, you made it. You just got in under the bar. So, thank you, Slick Tareo. So we're gonna check this out. This was big on BandLab. So let's I think it's gonna be big on You Rock too. That's my suspicion. So this is Dreamcatcher by Slick Tareo in stereo. We're available. That was Dreamcatcher by Slick Tareo in stereo. We're available. Yeah, that was an awesome tune by Mr. Slick, and I just loved, first of all, the bass line. That was great. That really, like, it gave it a lot of energy, I think. I agree with what Folk Punk said here. It sounds like a summer highway driving tune with windows open. Wayak said that was fucking awesome. And Gore Team said I'd roll a slick if I had some oil. But yeah, me, myself, and iPhônë, Gregory O'Sullivan, Boomer, Folk Punk, everybody, Clint, and Scapular all approve. Me, myself. I think that means good things. I don't know what elbow cough is, but it's good stuff. Feisty Feather. I don't know if I officially said hello to Feisty Feather. Hello, Feisty. Feisty's been hanging around today, which is awesome. So, yeah, that was a great track. And then, these very cool guitars that kind of just weave in and out and through each other is really great. And cool vocals as well. And, yeah, it's Slick Tareo, one of a few people on the channel, like Gortium85 and Wayak and Brad Example, representing the Sioux. That's Sault Ste. Marie in Canada. How awesome is that? And Dan Ekberg. Hello, Dan Ekberg, by the way. Some old school Flaming Lips. Yeah, I could hear that too, definitely. So, Joe and Barry digging that one as well. So, thank you, Slick Tareo. Great job on that track. And very cool. I could see why it would be popular on BandLab. And I think it's proving to be equally popular on the U-Rock show as well, which is great. All right. We've got one more track before we get to the halftime headbang, if you can believe that. We're almost halfway through the show, which is exciting. All right. So we got this is a new submission, new submitter to the show, Jonathan Linton. And I didn't know who Jonathan Linton was. And then I was watching Pete John's YML on Sunday, and he had a song on there, and it was fantastic. So I think we're in for a treat here with this track from Jonathan Linton. So Jonathan Linton sends us this track, Past Comes Alive. And he says, I am a solo multi-instrumentalist living in Taipei, Taiwan, focused mostly on grunge, taking inspiration from the great grunge bands of the 90s. This track was written quite quickly while playing with patches in my Kemper Profiler. Drums are programmed by me, and it was mixed and mastered by myself as well. Wow, that's super cool. Those Kemper Profiling, they're not inexpensive, but I've seen some great things about them. I think I saw, who was it? Michael Beinhorn maybe do a video about just showing off what the Kemper Profiler can do. I think that's who I saw. Anyway, great producer. Anyway, let's take a listen to this track. First time on You Rock, Jonathan Linton with Past Comes Alive. Let's do it.
Drops in the wine, aged maturity. the past come alive. Don't let the past come
That was Jonathan Linton with Past Comes Alive. I gotta give it this. And maybe even this. Holy mackerel. That guy, Jonathan, is, man, super talented. And that was what I got from, let me bring myself into full view here. That was what got me hearing the song he had on YML on Sunday. I was just like, man, this guy is awesome. It was funny. I was like, I hope he sends something into to you rock. And then I looked on my thing and I was like, oh, I got him. He's here. Like, oh, this is great. So yeah, man, you gotta subscribe, man. You gotta subscribe. Dude can sing, yeah. And you can hear that Kemper amp just does amazing things with the guitar tone and the vocals. Holy man, there was one part where he hit a high note and just was able to sustain it. I think we got somebody. I think this is somebody like from the 90s. I think he's had to have been in like a famous band or something, right? Hell yeah, says Boomer. I think we just doubled his subs. Yes. Definitely worth a sub. Absolutely. Yeah. So, holy shit. It was just like I had put on like a Stone Temple Pilots album or something like that from the 90s. It was right there with the Soundgarden. Somebody mentioned Soundgarden. That was pretty freaking sweet. Yeah, it was. Hey, Patrick Chandler, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. And Folkpunk said someone who can record vocals as well as sing. Yeah, this dude knows what he's talking about and has some great equipment too. But you know what? More than beyond that, I think if this guy just had GarageBand, he'd be doing amazing music because he's just got the talent and can sing and can play guitar and yeah, it's great production and great songwriting skills and everything on display right there. It sounded like the sounds from rock. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I agree with you. So yeah, you got to check out. You got to just go and subscribe right now to Jonathan Linton. I hope we get to hear a lot more from Jonathan because it was a great introduction to Jonathan Linton. And we are at that part of the show. It's about the midway point, I think. And it's that time. So here we go. That's right, it is time for the halftime headbang. Who do we got up this week? Well, we got a good friend of ours, good friend, and we're back to the Sioux again. This is Infinity Grinder, and this is Gortium 85. Oh no, we got these lovely people that are coming. They're here for the halftime headbang, obviously. So yeah, Infinity Grinder. This is one of the many projects of Gortium 85, and let's find out about this track from Gortium under the auspices of Infinity Grinder. He says this. Initiate the Time Vortex. That is the name of this track. He says, "Hoy hoy, TC and fellow you rockers, vault time again. This was an improvised jam from Infinity Grinder, recorded in 2014 with a handheld Tascam DR05. It was in a basement, and I liked how it turned out. It's a bit of a Doom Sludge vibe, and Terrence of 5 Minute Epoxy fame really shows some chops on the drums." Okay, so Terrence is the drummer for this one, and this actually just debuted. Why do I not? I don't have this up. Why don't I have this up? That's a problem. I need to fix that. All right. I think we're in good shape now. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Anyway, so put up the horn, smash your glasses in the pit, and headbang till you get a nosebleed. Hit it, TC. All right. Well, you heard the man. Let's do it. It's the halftime headbang. This is Initiate the Time Vortex by Infinity Grinder. Yeah, that was a halftime headbang with Infinity Grounder and Initiate the Time Vortex. I don't know what I was doing just there. Anyway, yeah, that was cool. I agree with Clint there. The digital takes the cool noises out. There's just something about a old reel-to-reel kind of recording and on tape or even on a cassette tape. It's just got that grime and grit that it has. It's so cool, and just rocking out, and just hanging out and rocking out, and got some great drums on there. The drummer was really just in the zone there, I think, with that one, and had some great riffs in that one as well. Very cool, says Gary Hubbs. Oh, that was digital, so maybe it does keep the noises in. I don't know. You had us fooled there. Way said if I could move my neck at all, I'd be headbanging. Oh man, sorry for you. I hope you're doing well there, as well as possible, Wayak. But yeah. So, all right, Boomer, go make some dinner. Yeah, Old Sabbath. I think it was Boomer actually that said it was like it's like Old Sabbath demo or something, But it's just got that live vibe. It's just that, just people getting together and rocking, and it's super cool. It was great. Some great guitar tone in there too. Like I especially love when I think he used I think he said an MXR Memory Man. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that came out, about 2/3 of the way through on the solo, and it was very nice. Feisty dug that one. Dan Ekberg dug that one, and Gore Team says, I love the way the concrete made it sound. Yeah, sometimes like the space that you're in just gives it a certain kind of sound. Oh, MXR carbon copy. All right, I was close. Yeah, I know. Like, it didn't sound digital. It sounded like it was on a 4-track or something. So you can totally get those sounds in digital. We just proved it right here on You Rock. Amazing. So yeah, check out all the stuff. Gore Team 85. He does so many different projects. This is one of them. We're not completely done with Gore Team 85 because we have his other band coming up in a little bit. So yeah, that was super cool. Thank you, Gore Team, for sending that in, our halftime headbang for this week. Very awesome. Somebody else doing awesome music is right here in the chat with us, Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher. He's got a new one for us. This one's called Assassin. And so let's see what let's get a little background on Assassin from Clint. Let's see here. There we go. All right. He says a dark pop funk number with heavy overtones of I don't know what. I love the honesty in that description. But yeah, I'm not surprised that a Clint Kelleher tune would have some funk in it, because yeah. All right. So we're going to bring that in. He's always bringing the funk, man. This guy he's one of the funkiest dudes I know. So this is Assassin by Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher.
Assassin. Assassin.
Never broke your window. I never broke your rules. I never took to your tender vendetta. I didn't touch your jewels. I didn't burn your house down. I didn't break your heart. But I never tried to steal your car. I wouldn't know where to start.
Assassin.
This disapproving, disappointing, disappearing world.
shut up this glass. Works as fast as the cameras flash. Cyanide cigarettes and CEO's cash. We saw droppers and battle my lash. She's looking for the perishing match. With red lines back in fashion. It's time for the new assassin.
Assassin.
Never broke your window. I never broke your rules. I never took to the tender band photos. I didn't touch your jewels.
Assassin. Assassin.
This disapproving, disappointing, disappearing world.
Assassin.
Assassin. This disapproving, disappointing, disappearing world. Assassin. This disapproving, disappointing, disappearing world.
Assassin.
That was Phantom Agents, Clint Kelleher with Assassin. And yeah, Omni Collective heard this on, I want to say it was it on the other night, on Monday night? I think it was. Anyway, it's a great song. It's and it was sounding familiar to me, so I think it probably was. But yeah, this had a great groove to it, and did an awesome job on the video as always. And I'm gonna say that this song, in particular, sounded a bit like, and this is a little surprising, and most people probably won't be familiar with this band, but it sounds a little bit like My Life with a Thrill Kill Cult, which is, I think Chris Peasy will probably know what I'm talking about. Maybe one or two other people. I don't know if LithiumVandaL is still here. He knows who they are. But anyway, like, they had a couple albums in the early 90s where they did like this funky like disco thing with horns and everything, and this one is just like spot on for that. If you go and check out their My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult is the name of the band. If you check out their album Sexplosion or 13 Above the Night, I think had a little bit of that kind of feel to it, especially Sexplosion, which is one of my favorite of their albums. So I really like this. Is probably up there as one of my top favorite Clint Kelleher Phantom Agent songs because of that. There's Chris. Yeah, he knows who My Life with Thrill Kill Cult is, I think. So yeah, that was great. Yeah, it's just always bringing the funk. Clint Kelleher Phantom Agent. He's probably never heard of My Life with Thrill Kill Cult. So I don't think it's an influence, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, it's very similar to that. And thus I like it because of that. So yeah, great job on that, Phantom Agents. Thank you for sending that one in, and you got to check out Phantom Agents YouTube channel and subscribe to him. Yeah, you should check him out. I don't think all their stuff is going to be in your wheelhouse, but a couple of their albums from the early 90s, like Sexplosion and 13 Above the Night, and maybe Hit and Run Holiday. Yes, I sit here all alone with my martini built for two. You can tell I spent a lot of time in the 90s listening to that one when I discovered them. Years after that was released. I was a little kid when that album came out. But anyway, great stuff. All right, we're going to go beatbox. Are you referring to Art of Noise? Man, I love beatbox. That Art of Noise track there's like 50,000 variations of it, and it's in a lot of rap music too. And it's great if you've never heard that before. but you just pick a version because there's about 55 different versions of it. All right, we're gonna go to this next one from JDL, John David Lees. He's done. We've got a lot of great covers on here tonight. That seems to be a theme. So he's got a cover of Foo Fighters, Everlong, and so we're gonna get the information about this track. What is the information that he would like us to know about before we take the audio journey down the musical path of his song? I'm just filling for time while I try to find it. So yeah, it's Everlong, and he says, "Hello, Thomas. Really dig the show and appreciate the support you give to everyone in the community. I submit a cover of the Foo Fighters song Everlong. I recorded my vocal to a fantastic acoustic backing track, as my guitar skills are extremely limited, unfortunately. Hope you like it." All right, and hey, there's no shame sometimes in just going for a backing track. If you want to do the vocal thing, it's kind of fun, I think, to just see if you can match what the artist that you like and that you enjoy can do. So, and I know that JDL has an amazing voice and will do a fantastic job on this song. So this is his cover of the Foo Fighters, Everlong, and JDL, let's check it out.
you forever. If anything can ever be this good again, the only thing I'll ever ask of you, you've got to promise not to stop when I say when.
That was JDL, John David Lees, with his vocal cover of Everlong by Foo Fighters. They're always fighting that foo. Actually, that is like a World War II term, as far as I can recall. Anyway, yeah, he did a great job on that. Really, 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 really nice job. And yeah, it was. He just has such a great tonality of voice. It's different obviously from Dave Grohl, but he made it work in his own style, and I think that's what's really important when you do a vocal cover like that. Folk Punk said his vocals fit so well with the guitar tone. Yeah, that I can definitely agree with, and Gregory's got to go shopping. All right, don't shop till you drop, because we need you. We still want you to be around. So have fun shopping, and yeah, we'll see you later probably. Yeah, everybody is into this one, and yeah, he did a great cover of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. That's what Folk Punk was talking about with Lori. Yeah, that was a good one as well. Like everything he's done, I think my favorite JDL, as much as I like this one, this is really, really nice. I think his cover of The Drugs Don't Work by The Verb, I think that was my favorite, but I think his voice just like fit that one especially well. But yeah, he did a fantastic job, and this is not an easy song, like Dave Grohl, as much as he's known for being like, I always reflect back on when the Foo Fighters started, and it was like, oh yeah, that Nirvana guy is starting a band. That I remember back when Dave Grohl wasn't Dave Grohl, he was just that guy from Nirvana, and he's kind of like carved out his own career for himself and become a really big star in his own right. It's pretty awesome to see, and yeah, he did like a total left turn from Nirvana. He was doing Nirvana, and then of course things happened with Kurt, unfortunately, and Nirvana's time came to an end, and then it was like for a little while they didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, hey, that guy from Nirvana is gonna do a band, and I thought it might sound a lot like Nirvana, but it has its own sound. He really was very different from Nirvana. It was kind of surprising to me when I first heard it, but yeah, very nice job. Yeah, I had the video on this show, so you may have seen it here. So my favorite show on YouTube. Thank you, Gortium85. And yeah, if you love the show, first of all, hit the subscribe button. Why don't you? Because not only does it help me to grow the channel, but it also helps you. So all the times this show is live, because we do this every Wednesday. And then also, if you want, you can send a song in, which really helps the show, because we don't have a show if we don't have songs. So bit.ly/urocksubmit. And another way you can help me out doing this show is through the PayPal link. It's I have it up there displayed, but it's also in the description, paypal.me/Thomas Christ Music. That's how you do it, and you can help the channel and help what we're doing here in that way as well. So thank you, JDL, John David Lees. Man, he's certainly one of the great vocalists that I know, and I'm always impressed by what he does, and no exception to that in this track here. Dan Eckberg says the drummer from Nirvana is starting a band where he sings and plays guitar. It'll never work. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It was like, oh, and so he's going to be the drummer for this band, right? No, he's going to be this. He's playing guitar and singing. What? Oh, okay. But yeah, it actually turned out, relatively well. Foo Fighters, like, they're one of the biggest bands, and they're still out there. They're still kicking ass. And I think I always loved Dave Grohl, but I think my admiration for him was cemented when he did that whole tour with the broken leg, and a lot of bands would have just canceled all the shows, right? No, he like builds this throne and like does a tour with a broken leg. It's like, what? Wow. What a rock star that is. I'm going to comment on this briefly. So, a lot of you, I think, are familiar with the channel, Mike E.G.O has his Creative Sauce channel. He's been doing some really great videos that I've been fortunate enough to catch lately. He did one on this whole thing with Billie Eilish did a song, and in this she did an interview with Dave Letterman. She's talking about this song she recorded, and she did 87 takes of the vocals for the song. And it blew Dave Letterman's mind because he would have thought like, oh, you just sing it once and that's it. He did it. Creative Sauce rocks. They have the mix, Fix My Mix. That's coming on tomorrow night, I think. And yeah, Roque comes from the Mike E.G.O community. Anyway, so Dave Letterman's mind was blown that she comped her vocals from 87 takes. At least that's what she said on the thing. And my thought on that was that it's a great little bit of rock and roll excess. Oh man, they're back again. Naked HD Fun is back. They're just relentless. They really think we want some Naked HD Fun. What kind of people do you take us for, bot? Anyway. Yeah, so it's this great bit of like rock and roll excess that used to be so common. When you had like the Spinal Tap documentary, and the reason Spinal Tap worked is because all those bands were like really like that. And they were like, nobody just recorded an album back in like the 70s and 80s and stuff. It was like, yeah, we brought in the symphony orchestra, we brought in the marching band to play on this song, and yeah, then that track we did 85 guitar tracks, and there was so much excess, and it was this glorious rock and roll. It was so rock and roll. It came to define rock and roll. You had these big rock stars with huge budgets, and they could just do anything, and they did it mainly because they could do it. Could they record the song with like 5 tracks? Yeah, they probably could, but they had the money to just do anything, and they did anything and everything. And we've lost a lot of that today. But I do think there's a little bit of that legacy in at least claiming that she used 87 vocal tracks. Of course, we can't really prove or deny that. I'm sure she did a lot of them. I don't know if it was quite 87. Maybe that was just the number that they said. That sounds like just enough to be believable, but enough to also be really impressive and really make people say, "Oh man, that's a lot of vocal takes." So, I don't know. But I think that's the kind of thing that you do because you can do it, and you have the budget to do it, and why the hell not? I wish there were more artists and more bands doing that. So that's my little soapbox for now. I want to get back to the music, but I did want to comment on that because it was interesting. And there's nothing wrong with comping a vocal. It's standard practice, really. I don't even know why it would be an issue, really. We all do it to some degree or another, I think. But it's a creative choice, and that's her creative choice. Whatever, right? Anyway, back to your music. So we have Me, Myself, and iPhone has been here in the chat, I think almost the whole show, waiting patiently, and we got a song here from, this is Ben Wells, Me, Myself, and iPhone. Brainstew is the track, so let me get that one and bring this information up here. Let's see, I think it's this one. Yeah, Brainstew, there we go. I always wanted to do some Green Day, and this was the one I did first, always trying to find out what I can do on my iPhone. Yeah, so Ben does all this stuff on the iPhone. It's really impressive. We got another cover, by the way. And it's the night of covers tonight. I don't know why. Anyway, let me bring this in. This is a cover, I guess, of Green Day. I'm not familiar with the original of this one. I wasn't a huge Green Day fan. I know they're big hits and stuff, but anyway, this is Brainstew, and this is Me, Myself, and iPhone.
Having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross-stops in my mind. On my own, here we go. Eyes feel like they're gonna bleed.
That was Me, Myself, and iPhone with a cover of Green Day's Brainstew, and then some extra at the end. I don't know what that end part is called, but it's cool. So yeah, everybody's really impressed with what Ben can do with just an iPhone. It's so awesome. I've always wondered. So yeah, like I think Folk Punk had said here, would love to see clips of Ben doing this stuff on his phone, and I agree. I'd love to know how he gets the guitar sound out of the iPhone, because it's pretty good. It's actually it really doesn't sound that bad at all. It's really good, and I don't know if those are just like the stock GarageBand guitars, or if there's another app that he's using to get that. This cover reminds me of the punk days, and I had said at the beginning I didn't know the song. I was just not connecting the title, because I think I always thought this song was called Longview, which is, I guess, a different song. So I just don't know. I've heard the song before. Absolutely, yeah. It's got that great like descending guitar riff, and I did a great job with the vocals as well, and just I think kind of nailed that song pretty good. So it reminds you of the punk days. Absolutely. It's been a while back, yeah. And clips are in the Livewire Happy Song and Trilogy something. Okay. Interesting. Longview is a different influence. Yeah. All right. But how would he film with the phone while doing GarageBand on it? Oh, that's a great question. That is a great question. Maybe there's two iPhones, though. That was the iPhone 5 with earbuds mic. Man, an iPhone 5, too. That's going back a ways. Interesting. Very cool. Yeah, iPhone magician. What this guy can do. But you know what? I've heard so much, because I want to say that, like, if you guys are familiar with like the Indigo Sunsets, I think they did their whole album on an iPhone. I think Gary Hubbs, I know Gary Hubbs has done a lot of his stuff on iPhone. So like, yeah, there's a lot of people doing awesome stuff with not only just like GarageBand, but an iPhone. Use the Android to film. There you go. That's about what an Android will do for you. I shouldn't say that. iPhone 5, that's dedication. Yeah, like I probably have an iPhone 5 laying around somewhere, but I doubt you would need a new battery for sure. Touchscreen instruments, yeah. There's a lot of good touchscreen instruments in there, but yeah, it's tough to get the guitars to sound right. But you did a great job there doing that. So very awesome. So check out all of the stuff. I've heard a lot of me, myself, and iPhone over on Ron Ward, Rockin' Ron Ward, man. He's got like a show, and it's like a show where like he plays people's music, kind of like this one, but like it's a little bit different, man. But it's very cool, and so like you should check that show out. I got a link down in the description, man. Rockin' Ron Ward. But I've heard so much of Ben's music over there, and it's all really, really good. Hopefully we'll hear some more on this show too as well. So thank you once again, Me, Myself, iPhone, and this really cool song. So go and subscribe. Yeah, man, you gotta check. Got the master list. There you go. I'm gonna get. He doesn't sound like that at all. All right, so let's go over it. We got another Ron. Speaking of Ron, we have a Ron that's happy, and he sends us this track called Pitter Patter. Let's find out about this. So let's see what we got here. Let's where is it? HappyRon. Here we are. All right, Pitter Patter. So he calls this a song. He says about this song, a song about all the women that make your heart pitter patter. All right. Well, I think a lot of us have been in that situation in our lives. And so, yeah, let's check this out. HappyRon, and the song is Pitter Patter. Here we go.
Tick, tick, she's got a nervous tick. Tick, tick, I think a lot about it, and I hope she won't be nervous with me. I hope she won't be nervous with me. Hair, she's got the curly hair. Hair, to touch I dare not dare, but I hope it brushes up against me. I hope it brushes up against me. When I find that I'm singing about her, I find that I'm not happy without her. How can she be happy without me? How can she be happy without HappyRon? Here goes my heart. Pitter, patter, pitter, pitter, patter, pitter, patter, pitter, pitter, patter, pitter, 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 patter, patter, pitter, pitter, patter, patter, patter. Feet, she's got the pretty feet. Feet, they tap a perfect beat, and I hope they take her someplace with me. I hope they take her someplace with me.
That's a good one.
You know, I wrote that song about you. You and only you.
HappyRon! You say that to all the girls!
All right, we gotta go through that one more time.
That was HappyRon with Pitter Patter. And you could tell by that video, HappyRon is a popular guy, unsurprisingly. He's a Mac. That's what Ron is. He's a Mac. He's got all the girls. I think a lot of them make have made his heart go pitter patter over the years. Go away naked bots. I think they've come up with every permutation of naked fun whatever stuff. Yeah. The ladies love HappyRon. That's it. Exactly. It was really fun and catchy. Yeah, I mean, it's just like This is a lot of fun. I think we're finding out a little bit more. There was a lot of feet stuff in that song, and so I don't know what that's all about. That's a little interesting. Yeah, it was just cool. He reminds me back then. He's got the outfit is so cool. You know, how can you not be cool in that outfit? You got the suit, you got the hat. It's all happening. It's all going on. The Miggity Mac Daddy, exactly. But yeah, that was a lot of fun track, and I also like, you know, he took the time. He didn't have to do it, but he took the time to, you know, give a shout out to all the ladies in the video at the end, which I think was a gentlemanly. That's probably why all the ladies like him, because he's a gentleman and he does things like that. So they can show it to all their friends. Hey, look, I'm in the HappyRon video. Look at this. They go, oh my God, come here, check this out. I'm in the HappyRon video. Look, there's my name right there. I'm on one tonight. Classic entertainer. Yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, the popular, and because he makes music like that, and because he gives the ladies their due at the end of the video, and they can show their friends that they're in the HappyRon video. And when you show your friends that you're in the HappyRon video, they're so jealous. They're like, I can't believe you got to be in HappyRon's video and I missed it. So, thank you very much, HappyRon. Great, awesome track. A lot of fun. So check out HappyRon, because he's got a ton of tunes like this. Like, I don't know, it's probably thousands at this point. It's like an endless archive of tunes. And he does like these really cool live shows. He gets the crowd involved, and it's great stuff. So thanks, HappyRon, and appreciate that track. Appreciate all you do. All right. We're going to go now to Collin Stanton. He was here earlier, had to run, but we haven't forgotten his track called Forgotten, because how could we? And let's find out about this one here. It's, I think this one here. Oh, now it's doing the thing where it's loading. Come on. It's just some text. It's really not that much. Forgotten is the track. He says it's a song addressing the dire reality of so many people worldwide searching for a safe home, or just a home, for that matter, where they'll have a chance to survive. I hope you dig it, my dear Thomas. It is truly, really and truly from the spirit within my heart. That sounds absolutely beautiful and spot on. So I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to get into here. This is Forgotten by Collin Stanton.
Walking down the street, looking at the people that I see, going round, looking straight ahead, peeping through the sides, their eyes, There's too many people searching for home. Too many people we forgot to love. Going down, down. Walking down the street, looking at the people that I see, going round, looking straight ahead, peeking through the sides of their eyes. can take you to the limits of anything. I know. Yes, I know. Round, round, round. There's too many people searching for home. Too many people who forgot to love. Go round, round, round. Walking down the street, looking at the people that I see. Go round, round. Look at you straight ahead, sides, their eyes. Go round, down, round. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we gotta try. Love can take you to the limits of anything. I know. There's too many people searching for home. Too many people. This world forgot to love. Go down, down, down.
That was Collin Stanton with Forgotten. I thought that was a really touching piece. I think it has a great, important message. We do need to provide people, first of all, with housing, because you don't have a home if you don't have a house. So it's a shame that in such a wealthy country, one of the richest countries in the world, we don't provide and make sure that we have housing for everybody. So I think that's important. But then everybody needs to have a home too. And there's a difference between a house and a home. So hopefully everybody, what would be great is to see everybody have a house that they can call their home. And so I think Collin is spot on with this message here in this song. And also, he does a fantastic job with the vocals and the guitar work, of course. Very crisp and clear guitar work. He's got his vocals on. He's got that, again, a little bit of that Johnny Cash croon, and it's pretty great to hear. And so folk punk, I think, hits the nail on the head here. Especially good vocals on this, because usually guitar tones that catch my ear. This one's the vocals that do it first. Yeah, I could see that for sure, and that's good, because with a song with an important message like that, you want the vocals to stand out, and I think they do here. So yeah, Roque likes that one. Feisty Feather likes that one. and Clint Kelleher and Folk and Blueser like that one. And yeah, capitalism sucks. Really. And yeah, Gore Team says my goal is to live in a van down by the river. Man, Chris Farley was awesome. And Omni Collective says the reason is because the ultra rich 1% who want to hog all the money for themselves because they're power hungry. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You're right on with that assessment. I think Jenny also dug that song as well. So yeah, Collin is he's got a great heart, and I think that comes through in this song in a powerful way. Hey, Tremor Bear is back. Hopefully you made it home safely. We can assume by you being here in the chat. So great stuff. Check out all that Collin is doing over on his YouTube channel, because it's pretty damn cool if you ask me. And he's got that great like Johnny Cash. I'll never get past his voice. Just reminds me a little bit of Johnny Cash, and it's great. In all the best ways. All right, we have a track here by Pitchmaster. We're actually going to have 2 tracks. I'm going to have another one to end the show because we had a little glitch with the video last week, so I want to get that one in too. But this is the one that was originally sent in. So this one's called Macy's Theme. And let's see what we need to know before we play this one. And just find it here. So such a nice list of songs here. That's why. Okay, so this is Macy's Theme, and so Chris says, "Sup Thomas Christ, Pitchmaster here, sending in the premiere of Hudsonverse. Macy's Theme premieres. It already premiered on Saturday, May 21st. But it says, please play it on the May 25th U-Rock episode. I have nothing else new premiering beforehand. The premiere after Macy's Theme is Hudsonverse Matthew's Theme, scheduled for May 27th. Hope this finds you well. Peace, Pitchmaster of Omni Collective Creativity." Okay. Now let's bring this one in, and we'll check this out. And hopefully, yeah. All right. Make sure we're all good here. All right. This is Hudsonverse Macy's Theme by Pitchmaster Omni Collective Creativity. Here we go. All right, that was on the Collective Creativity Pitchmaster with Hudsonverse Macy's theme. Yeah, I dug that actually. That was cool. There was some great percussion and drum work in there, and also loved some of the sounds in there were just crazy. Some of these synth sounds really, really awesome. Had like a little bit of a glitch type of a vibe to it, which I dig. I like that aspect of it, and yeah, it kind of went pretty hard actually. And Folk Punk says, I can't wait to read the literature you create to complement all of this music. Yeah. And he's got, after the show, go over to Pumpkin Layer Xena, and I guess there's some stop motion video happening over there. So that's cool. So there you go. Thank you, Folk Punk. Also dug that one. And yeah, that was tripping. Totally. Yeah, and so like he has, because of the he has what's the word I'm looking for? Vision impairment, and so he has to use GarageBand, just the stock instruments, because I guess the touch or the voiceover stuff doesn't work with some of the third-party plugins. So yeah, it makes it even more impressive to get all of that out of just GarageBand. It just shows you what all you can do just with that program. Mind bending, says Leela. And Folk and Blueser likes the way classical instruments blend with the electronic music. Yeah, totally. And yeah, there is... So, one of the frustrating things for me about GarageBand is all the optimizing performance and the issues it has with third-party plugins. Well, one way around that is to just not use the third-party plugins and just use the stock instruments like Pitchmaster did here, and you can see you can still get some pretty cool sounds and stuff. So that's awesome. Very cool. Thank you, Omni Collective Creativity Pitchmaster. And like I said, I do have one other thing from him that we're going to check out at the end of the show, because there was an issue with the video last week, and I told him we'll replay it in its entirety. So look forward to that, and we've got a few tracks still to go, and so you can go over and check out all of the stuff that Omni Collective Creativity has on his channel. It's very cool. All right. So it is that time of the show where we hear from, once again, our friends up in the Sioux. And this is SBD, the best band in the whole world. And they sent me this time the 7-minute song, perhaps thankfully split into 2 parts. I will say that. 17 minutes is an awfully... is a bit of a lengthy song. So we're actually going to just check out this part 1, and let's see what, I know Wayak always has something interesting and cool to say here. And, so we'll see what he's got for us here. So the 17-minute song, part 1, says, Hey, what's up, Tom Thumb? I'm Tom Thumb this week. It's a new week, and that brings us to another chapter in the SBD saga. By this time, we had quite a few instrumental jams recorded, and noticed a pattern of how long they could turn out to be. This one had to be cut in half to accompany SoundClick guidelines. Part 2 next week. All right, so let's check this out. We'll bring this in. We'll get rid of this, and yeah. Okay, yeah, here we are. So this is over on the Clicks of Sound, which I used to use. It's a cool site. I don't know if people are using it much anymore, but it used to be a pretty cool site anyway. So let's take a listen to part 1 of the 17-minute song. Here we go. All right, that was part 1 of the 17-minute song. And for part 2 by SBD, the best band in the whole world, for part 2, you're going to have to tune in next week. So, yeah, everybody's saying it. So, I was going to say the absinthe played a role in the recording of this. I was just going to say that it was absinthe-minded. Yeah. No, that was some great stuff there. A lot of cool improvisation and jamming and rocking out there. Some crazy stuff going on with the guitars through that Space Echo. Just some wild stuff. And I thought it was cool what the drummer was doing. I especially liked in the beginning part of it because it got into some territory where it was more like the kind of beats that you would hear in electronic music, but it was played on a real drum kit. So that was really interesting. I like that part of it. And the way it just kind of this is a fairly common thing with SBD, the way that the sounds just kind of layer on top of each other and build to this crescendo. And I think the end of this part 1 is sort of like the end of the midpoint of the crescendo, perhaps. But yeah, we'll have to wait for part 2 next week. And Lou Reality says sheer madness folk punk. Says this kicks, guys, love it, want to hear part 2. And yeah, cliffhanger. Dun dun dun. To be continued. We need that like on the screen or something. The algorithm. I get it. I remember that from Leela's show. Leela's been doing shows, by the way, Monday afternoons. So should check that out. It's pretty cool stuff. Leave them wanting more. Exactly. And thank you, Gortium and Wayak. And yeah, it's a long defunct band. This is from, I don't know, goodness, when this was, probably the 2000s sometime, I would guess. But anyway, yeah, I'm always cool with playing stuff from people that's older music that they've done, because it gives you a perspective like where they're at now. That's really interesting. Thank you, Wayak, sending this stuff in. And Gore Team says the drummer was a fan of Infected Mushroom, that electronic band. See, that added a whole unique element to it that you wouldn't have expected with so we get confirmation it's 2011. So that's very cool and very awesome. And there was something else I was going to say, and it just totally left my mind. So we'll just have to just leave it at that, I guess. The Collective is done with high school this coming Friday. Well, congratulations. And congratulations, even. Oh, man, I'm on one today. What am I doing? And it was 2010. Huh. That makes all the difference in the world if it was 2011, but now it's 2010. That just changes everything. Yeah, so great stuff. And we're always excited to hear some more SBD. So again, to be continued, tune in next week for part 2. And go over to soundclick.com. You can check out my old stuff because it's over there. And you can check out SBD and all the stuff that they've done because it's pretty cool. Because I was going to say, actually, like if you wanted to get SBD back together, you couldn't do it. You have Gortium and Wayak. They're there. So you could probably put like Gortium and Wayak back together and then bring in a different drummer or bass player or something. I don't know. Call it like SBD the Return or something. Or SBD Lives. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you once again to Wayak and Gortium SBD, the best band in the whole world. Who might argue? All right. We got one here next from our old friend Orchestra Eclipse. Orchestra Eclipse sends us this one here. It's a Top Gun anthem main theme orchestral cover, done in Logic Pro. So let's get a little bit more background on this. I've seen a lot of Top Gun stuff around, which makes me think, again, very disconnected from mainstream culture, that maybe they're redoing that film or re-releasing it or something. I don't know. I know it was a big film in the 80s, obviously. What are we looking for? So it's getting late in the show. What am I looking for here? Yeah. Orchestra Eclipse. That's what we want. Where is the Orchestra Eclipse? Oh, man. I just saw it. There it is. I almost had to reach for the elevator music. Jeez. So Top Gun Anthem main theme orchestral cover. So he says, "Hi, Thomas. I did a cover of the main theme from Top Gun called Top Gun Anthem. I used an orchestra with rock guitars and tried my best to create a live guitar performance using Logic Virtual Instruments. Hope you enjoy." Well, Logic has some really great instruments in it, so this ought to be pretty cool. So here we go. This is Top Gun Anthem main theme by Orchestra Eclipse. Orchestral cover. right. That was Top Gun orchestral cover. Top Gun anthem orchestral cover by Orchestra Eclipse. And so that was now I don't know the original theme song. If I'm sure I've seen the movie years and years and years ago. I don't remember it. And I guess according to Jenny, as I suspected, that there's going to be a new film. She's got some information that Val Kilmer being excited to make an appearance in it. And apparently John Hamm and Ed Harris are in it too. Interesting. I wonder if is Tom Cruise himself going to be cruising on in to be in this film as well. And Tom Cruise, man, the guy, he just doesn't age. Like, he's got to be a gazillion years old, but he doesn't look it. So he probably, it might be that Scientology or whatever. They have something to keep you young. I have no idea. On the Collective said, love all the diminished fifth modulations, harmonies in the open fifths in the bass. Very cool. Wayx says I just got Top Gunned. I think he used some really good sounds in there. And the only thing that I will say, just in terms of like a little bit of constructive feedback, is that like when you have, because I've done this before, when you have guitar that you're trying to do like in MIDI, and this just goes for anybody. If you're trying to do like a lead guitar, you got to think about the way a guitar works, and a lot of the notes like will bend into each other and stuff. So you really want to have like a legato in those guitar lines, and then some of the notes you want to have like when they go up, like bend up into the note, and it just gives it a lot more. It gives it a lot more realism. And you could do that with pitch bend. You could do that with portamento. But either way, I just think that helps a little bit with the realism when you're trying to simulate guitar. In with keyboard or MIDI or anything like that. Just something that to keep in mind, and I think like all of you could potentially benefit from that. So other than that, sounds great. I don't know the original song, but I thought you used some really good sounds there, and it just goes to show the variety of sounds that are available and how high quality they are in Logic Pro. And yeah, very cool. So, and interesting news about the Top Gun movie. That, man, they're remaking everything. They are remaking everything. It just seems like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that there's nothing that they won't remake. It's weird. It'd be nice if they came up with some more like original movies these days, instead of just doing like comic books and this doesn't seem like there's a lot of originality in film these days. It's kind of unfortunate. But I think like Leela says here, and I don't think she was even talking about that, I think it's money. She was talking about why Tom Cruise looks the way he does. He probably has an oxygen chamber, says Leela. Massage and facialist on staff in each wing of the mansion. Oh, geez, we got the bots. What is with these bots today? Yeah, I'm sure there's like a lot of other people that are streaming on YouTube right now. Probably could go hit some of them up. But they want to be. It's where it's at. You rock. Who can blame them for wanting to be here? It's the power of the metal they gave Cruise. There you go. Totally. All right. So thank you once again. Check out Orchestra Eclipse and what he's doing, and he's got probably every theme song from every movie that you can think of is over there on the Orchestra Eclipse channel. Yeah, he's got them all. So very cool. Thank you once again, Orchestra Eclipse. And I think next we're going to go to, I don't know why I don't have a banner for this. I need to fix that. Let me do a little bit of maintenance here. We got to do a little bit of behind the scenes maintenance here. So we have So we have a banner for this next one. This is Tierra del Fuego, The Devil's Waltz, and this is our good friend Scapular Winging Records. Is doing this one. Let's see here, a little bit more information about this track. So, I might have to find, because this is the video itself is a topic channel. I might have to find Scapular's, you can follow Scapular over on YouTube, because these topic channels really don't take you anywhere. Tierra del Fuego, The Devil's Waltz, and this is what he says. Hey Thomas, this is my band Tierra del Fuego on Scapular Winging Records. The Devil's Waltz is an instrumental that features a couple of friends sitting in on violin and accordion. We recorded basic tracks at community college and then took it home to finish it. Your feedback is welcome. Thanks for all you do for the community. Awesome. All right. So let's bring this in. Get a little accordion. We don't get a lot of accordion on the show. We're gonna fix that right now. So here we go. Tierra del Fuego, and this is The Devil's Waltz. That was Tierra del Fuego with their track The Devil's Waltz. And I could see the devil like just waltzing into that. That would actually be kind of a cool like scene. I could see, you know, like in a video or something. They could make a music video and the devil like just waltzes in, you know. Yeah, that was great stuff. And you don't get to hear things, you know, accordion, violin, like real instruments just playing, and has this, you know, kind of I don't know what the word for it is. It's got this ethnic kind of vibe to it, and it's very, very cool, very well done. Thank you, Scapular Winging Records. By the way, I put both in the description and in the chat. I put also a link to Scapular Winging Records, so you can go and subscribe there, because the topic channel, it's not going to do much for you, but there you go. Chris plays concertina, but not after 9 p.m. for the sake of the neighbors. Well, how he's very courteous, Chris is. Thank you, Folk and Bluesers, digging that one, and Folk Punk, and yeah, it is. It's, you know what? Here's what an accordion is a reed organ, miniaturized. So you have the reed organ, and the reed organ, it has like a full, like almost like a piano keyboard, and you pump the pedals and it pushes air through the reeds, and that's how you're able to play it. Well, an accordion does the exact same thing, except it's just, you know, smaller. And then you have little buttons on one side where you have the chords, and then you have the keyboard here where you play the melody. And there's actually like organs where you can plug them in. Those these little organs, you've probably seen them, little tabletop organs that like a miniature reed organ where they have the chords over here, and then they have a keyboard where you play the melody over here. And it's basically just like an electric accordion in a sense. So what's the difference between a concertina and accordion? I have no idea. I suspect Chris may know the answer, but Scapular says we had a blast doing the percussion overdub, and Gore Team says a concertina is smaller. That's Clint. Clint says that is concert. Oh, joking around a little bit there. Concertinas are smaller. We got confirmation from Chris Peasy. Yeah, no, I don't know that anybody uses an accordion in a more rockin' way than Weird Al. Weird Al, you know, he just made the accordion like really cool in a way that I don't think anybody's ever done before or since. Doing these, you know, he would do like these polka versions of popular songs, and it's pretty amazing. And he's very talented, you know, both in terms of singing and composing and playing accordion. He's a very talented artist and also very funny. So I keep wondering, like, where the hell is Weird Al these days? I don't think he's made anything recently. There's a lot of music to rip on. Come on, Weird Al. You need to get back out. You need to get back to work. Weird Al with Weezer on Africa. Yeah. He is touring. I think I did see that somewhere. He is touring. But we need some new Weird Al. We need, like, man, all these songs that are out these days. He could be making parody versions of them. We need that. I think it helps music when you have these parody versions of stuff. There's a new biopic about Weird Al coming out. There you go. I'll check that out. Oh, geez. Naked HD. Find someplace else to go. Oh, my God. Melodica sounds very... Yeah, melodica. So that's the thing I think you blow into and you play the keys, and it's kind of like somewhere in between a harmonica and an accordion. And really, a harmonica, very similar to an accordion in terms of how it makes sounds. So it's just a little reed type of thing. All right. Folk and Bluesers gotta go. All right. Take care. We actually just have one more track left to go. You can believe that. Yeah, the bots are a little bit out of hand tonight. I don't know who the bot, what the bot police is, other than mods. I don't know what the bot police is, if we have anything we can do, if it becomes a real problem. Take care, Folk and Blueser. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it. All right, so we got one last track, and we're going back to Pitchmaster for the track that we tried to play last week, and there was a little glitch in the video, and we could only play a portion of it. So we're going to play the part that we were supposed to play here tonight. And this one's called of What Do You Dream 2 Ultimate Self-Expression 9 Ghoster Coaster Updated Version. Whew. You almost need to take a breath in the middle of that. So let me find that here. There's Pitchmaster. Just saw. There we go. All right. So he says, "Sup, Thomas, sorry about the glitch in my submission for uRock36. Hey, it's no problem. Not your fault at all. This vid is the same song, but the updated version. Hopefully there is no glitch. 1335. Please play from 1240 until the vid stops of its own accord. After this will be some short Hudsonverse themes. Cheers, Pitchmaster of Omni Collective Creativity." All right. We're going to get this. We're going to get this one in here and get it happening and actually hear the whole thing of what we were supposed to hear last time. So I will get this in here like this, and we're going to check this out. This is Pitchmaster of What Do You Dream 2 Ultimate Self-Expression 9 Ghoster Coaster Updated Version that hopefully will play without fail. All right, here we go. So there you go. We actually got to listen to the whole thing. That was Of What Do You Dream 2 Ultimate Self-Expression 9 Ghoster Coaster updated version. So very cool. Thank you so much for that, Omni Collective Creativity Pitchmaster, the master of the pitches. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff happening in that track. I thought there was some influences there that reminded me a bit of Tim Burton. A little bit Tim Burton-esque, sounded like some of his film scoring. And yeah, this one was a bit more orchestral, a bit more melodic, I think, than probably the other one that we heard earlier. So I think he did a nice job on that. And we had some information here. He said he only used one Apple loop and one beat sequencer drum track, and the rest is created manually. So it's very cool. But you can utilize, like, there's nothing wrong with utilizing Apple loops as long as you change them up, as long as you do something different with them. And by the way, welcome to our newest moderator, Leela. Thank you so much for volunteering, and I know that you do a good job over on Ron's channel, and I knew you're somebody I could trust, so appreciate that, especially in these latter parts of the show. We need a little bit of moderation, I think, is in order, so I appreciate you doing that. Everybody give Leela a hand, because I know she's going to be an awesome mod here on the channel. So she's over here in the United States, so it's very cool. All right. Yes, exactly. Needed somebody in the USA. Right on. All right. Well, that is about it for the show tonight. We had a lot of awesome music as always, and of course, as I say all the time at the end of the show, you can always send your track in bit.ly/YouRockSubmit, and you will be considered and most likely will be played on the next show. So that's how you do it. And yeah, don't ban Wayak. He can act a little goofy sometimes, but you know, we'll allow it. We'll allow it because he's such a good supporter and friend of the channel. So yeah, awesome tracks, awesome. By the set 22, we had basically two premieres, although I know Andy Dion's was actually a premiere, set 22's cover of Hurt, which was awesome, and kind of a premiere of Weltenkinder, although I think it was played on Ron's show earlier in the morning. Russ says she can ban me. Don't ban Russ. Russ is a good guy. So, but yeah, thank you all of you for being here. Thanks for all of your awesome songs and submissions and support of the channel. Really, really do appreciate it. And yeah, let's so what do we have coming up tomorrow? We have Jade Stars interviewing Weltenkinder, so you're gonna want to check that out. We have, let's see, what else do we have tomorrow? Then Jade and Pete are doing the Creator Town Hall tomorrow. I just found that out earlier today, so you can check that out. And then you got a couple of, like, choose your adventure. Like, you can either go and listen to Mike Enjo's Fix My Mix, that's happening, and Ron Ward, and he'll probably be on a little bit later, I think, so you can go and check out Ron's show. And then I'll be back with Thomas Christ live on Friday, and we're gonna do it upright this time. And yeah, you can join the official Discord channel as well. Thank you for that, putting the link in there. See, that's what's great about having mods at the end of the show. So very awesome, and really appreciate all of you guys, and love you all. Hope you have a great evening, great rest of your night tonight, and Leela will hopefully be there on Friday, which will be great. Hope to have a lot of you there, and yeah. So I'm gonna take us out with this other guy that looks a lot like me, and I once again just love and thank all of you, and send your tracks in for the next show. I'll be back Friday, and I think that's about it. Keep rocking. of course, and I'm going to hand it over to this guy who looks a lot like me to close out the show. So, thank you once again. Take it away, Thomas Christ. Are you an independent home studio musician or band that is looking for a place to get your music heard? Well, look no further. I'm Thomas Christ, a musical artist myself for more than 20 years and host of the live featured artist show You Rock, the show where I play your most rockin' music. We have an amazing, always supportive, and ever-growing community of awesome music creators and music lovers who all very much want to hear what you've got to offer. It's so insanely cool, and we want you to be a part of it. All you have to do is hashtag send it in, and it's super easy to do. Just follow the link in the description or go to bit.ly/YouRockSubmit and enter your artist and song info in the form to be considered for the show. It's that simple, folks. And be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell icon so you always know when I'm live. The You Rock show currently airs each and every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so get your tracks in for the next show, and I hope to see you there. Until then, keep rocking.